Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bella and today we are doing a brutal book unhaul. Like literally I'm talking like 50 plus books in these stacks. Okay, we've got this one, and this one. Huge book unhaul because I just had books everywhere. My shelf is literally like crammed with no space. Like I have no more space to put books. I seriously needed a reality check and I seriously needed to get rid of books that I am just not going to read, or books that I have read that I wasn't a huge fan of that I just kept on my shelf for the aesthetic. These books, there's a lot of different reasons why I am getting rid of them or unhauling them or whatever. So we will get into that as the video goes on. I do want to preface this by saying I have been a reader my whole life and I have collected these books over years. I do book hauls. I mean, who doesn't, of course, but a lot of these books are from like years and years ago. So I'm not just like buying all these books straight like year and then getting rid of them. These have been accumulated for probably like the past like 10 years or something like that. And as well with these books, most of them I am going to donate. A few of them I'm giving to my friends. And of course, if you guys also want any of these books, I am more than happy to put them up on my Depop or something like that. Because I know Australia doesn't have that Pengu. I think it is a Pengu. But yeah, Australia don't have that. So a lot of these I will be putting up on Depop as well. Otherwise, I will be donating them. Also, with some of these books, there are like quite a lot that I haven't read. So if you guys also want me to read them, just leave a comment below and like let me know if I should keep them and actually give them a go. A lot of these I'm getting rid of because they have been on my shelf for too long and I'm just not itching to pick them up. Without further ado, let's go through the 50 plus books. And I know some of these are gonna piss y'all off, okay? I know some of these are gonna make you guys angry, so I do just want to say this is just how I am, okay? I'm sorry, please don't be angry, okay? This is just my opinions. Okay, I'm trying to toss up between which stack I do first. Oh, also another thing I wanted to mention is I get a lot of publisher mail and books from publishers that they don't really ask, they kind of just send. So a few of these are going to be that as well, that I just have no interest in reading. The publisher just sent it to me. Which stack do we go for first? I feel like we should just do this front one, just get through these because I feel like you guys can already see the top one, but that's okay. So we're going to go through this stack first. The Spanish Love Deception by Eleanor Armas. I remember in, was it 2020 or 2021 when this book was huge. This book was all over the internet. It was so popular. I remember like literally trying to look for it everywhere. Amazon didn't have it at all. Any bookstores didn't have it. I remember being on holiday in Byron and I found this in a little bookshop and I was like, I have to buy it, bought it. It has sat on my shelf ever since. I heard very mixed reviews on it, and then I heard who actually was reading this. It was a YouTuber who was reading this and they were actually going through like what was being said in this book, and it just cringed me out. Like there's like a spicy scene where he says some crazy stuff and I was just like, girl, I don't know if this is for me. So I kind of really put it off, and I was looking at my shelf. If you guys have seen my doing bookish stuff videos, a video that I just posted, you guys will see that I kind of went through my shelves and did a little unhaul. So that's kind of like a preface for this video. Anyways, I was going through my shelf and I was like, realistically, it has been what, 4 or 5 years that this book has been on my shelf. Am I ever going to read it? No. Like, let's just be so for reals. I am not going to read this book. And I'm sorry if this is one of your favorite books or if this is a book that you really love. I just know that I'm not going to read it and it's just going to sit on my shelf collecting dust when I know someone else can really enjoy this. So that is this one. I'm sorry if I pissed anyone off. That's going to be said a lot in this video. Next we have The Hardest Fall by Ella Mays. I read her To Love Jason Thorne book. I thought it was okay. It was mid. I honestly read it a few years ago, don't have any memory of it, so I'm just not that interested, and I've heard kind of mixed reviews on this one, so I'm not too sure. I'm keeping Marriage for One because I know that Rachel Catherine really loved that book, so I really want to read that. But this one, I just have no interest. Oh, this one's gonna piss everyone off. Okay, we have Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Look, I tried reading this book 3 times. I got like, no joke, like 70 pages in. I could not do it. I'm sorry. The main male character in this book is so intolerable. Oh my god, how can more of an intolerable man exist? I could not handle it. I couldn't even handle like our main female character. It was just so cringe, guys. I'm sorry. She's literally there like, you can't talk to me before I have my coffee. I'm like, this book is just so millennial. I couldn't handle it. I literally couldn't. And even like the way that, what was the daughter's, the kid's name? Lele or something like that. Even the way she was talking, I was was just like, I actually just cannot even get on board with this book. I'm so sorry. I got like, again, 70 pages in. I tried 3 different times and I could not do it. It's just gonna sit there collecting dust. I'm not gonna try again. I've tried, it didn't work for me, so I am sorry. Sorry. That's the first Lucy Score book I have ever tried reading. I don't know if there's any others that are better. Please let me know because I have no idea. So that's that one. Sorry. Again, you know what, I'm gonna stop saying sorry. This is getting ridiculous. Okay, the next one I have is Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. I know that this is a YA, it's a fairy tale retelling. I just know that this is very, very YA, and it's been on my, it was actually on my sister's shelf originally, and then she gave it to me, and it's been sitting on my shelf ever since. I just don't really have any interest in reading it. I know that I'm not gonna get around to it. Like, I have a lot of fantasy books to read, and I know that this one isn't a super high priority, so donate it to someone, they're gonna enjoy it. It sounds very good, so let me know. Okay, the next one that I actually have read this. This is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I liked it. It was a cute romance. Am I ever going to read it again? Probably not. I do have a few more Christina Lauren books on my TBR, so I do want to get around to those. But just having this, like, I don't have a big enough shelf to like display all my Christina Lauren books and stuff like that. And yeah, I just wasn't super obsessed with it. It was cute. It was fun for what it was, and that was basically it. Like, I don't really remember too much, and it's not like a super 5-star read. I think that like with my shelves, I'm trying to make them like very much like the books that I love. So this is like, I try to keep this as have read, and then I have my TBR cart, as you guys will see in like all my TBR jar videos, and that is where all of my physical TBR books go. The next one I have also read. This is An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. I actually did really enjoy this book. The only thing with this is that I can get the next books in the series from my local library, and I do want to support my local library. Probably not going to buy the rest of the series just because of the fact that I can get it from my library, so I don't see any need to keep this on my shelf when I'm just going to use my services that are provided to me, as we all should. That's this one. I really did enjoy this, and I definitely do want to continue on with the series. I just don't think that I need to keep buying the rest of the series. Okay, the next one I have is Murakami's Kafka on the Shore. I've had this book since, oh my god, it doesn't even say, but I've had this book for a very long time. I've heard very mixed reviews on Murakami. I just don't think I'm ever going to be in a mood where I'm going to sit down and be like, yeah, I want to read Murakami. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's been on my TBR for quite a while, and I don't think it's just something that I'm interested in anymore. I remember trying to have my intelligent phase like a few years ago, where I was buying all these like really intense literary fictions, and like, girl, it's just not gonna happen. You love your fantasy romance way too much. So I've also heard he's quite a misogynist, and I have read one Murakami book actually. I read Men Without Women. I DNF'd that one. That one was just wild. I was just like, wow, so you're just saying that like men without women, they don't know how to live, but it's because they don't know how to cook and clean after themselves. It's like women are not just your slaves kind of thing. Anyways, very big tangent. Anyways, the next one that I have is Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. I know this author is very like widely known in the sci-fi genre, and she is very good. The only thing is I am not a sci-fi girly. I have tried, and it's just not something that I am interested in. It's a very short book as well, and the cover is absolutely gorgeous, but this is just something that I'm not going to read because I don't read sci-fi, and I know that I'm not going to pick this up. So I do want to give this to someone who really does love the genre and everything, can really get into this. So the next one that I have, these are 2 that I actually just recently bought, so I'm actually going to return them because they're on Kindle Unlimited, and I didn't realize that, and then I bought them, and then I was like, oh, let me actually have a look. Literally get home, they're literally on Kindle Unlimited, so I was like, yep, great, gotta go return them. So this is Daydreamer and Gold Digger, both by Susie Tate. I bought them because look how cute the covers are. Very cute little romances, very short. They're like just over 300 pages each, and they're both on Kindle Unlimited. I was like, oh, like I do pay for a subscription, so I may as well read them on my Kindle, but they are so cute. So maybe even I have 90 days to like return them, so I'll see how I go, but I do really want to read them. It's just that I have another service in which I can read them, and just like look how cute they look right next to each other. This is The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger, both by Renee Ardier. I've had these books on my TBR since like 2019, 2018 even, and I still have not gotten around to them. That's like 6+ years, do you know what I mean? So I've heard amazing things about this series. I just have never like gone to pick them up, and I'm like, do I need them to be taking up shelf space if like I haven't picked them up in the last 6 years? So these might even be a maybe, I'm not too sure. I just haven't gone to pick them up, and it just like, it makes me sad. So I don't know if you guys think I should keep if I should keep them and read them. I haven't really heard much like anything about them, so I feel really bad. There's gonna be a few series in here, guys. I'm just dropping the bomb now. The next little duology that I have is Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I also have not read these books. They again have been on my TBR since like 2018, and I bought both of them, of course, as I do, and I still haven't read them. I remember like this book having so much hype. All my favorite booktubers at the time were saying that this was one of their favorite books forever, and so I was like so hyped for it. And I don't know why, but I'm the kind of person where if something is super hyped up, I'm not gonna want to read it. Like, I don't know why I get scared to read it, so that kind of put me off. And now it's just so much time has gone by that I'm like, just tell me if I should keep on to these and like read them, because I've heard really good things, but I just haven't picked them up, so I'm not like 100% sure what I should do. Like, if they're just gonna sit on my shelf and continue not to be read, like, they may as well go to someone who will read them and enjoy them. That's our first stack. Hooray, we have 2 whole stacks left. We're gonna do this one next. Stack number 2, let's go. First one we have is Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I've had this book for a couple of years, and I've just seen someone on TikTok just read like this kind of series, and she said like it is so silly. Like, it's just like you have to like kind of take it with a grain of salt. You have to kind of like take it very unseriously. And I'm not a very big dark romance girly, so, and kudos to you guys if you are. Like, I love that. Everyone is different. I just don't know that this is going to be something that I'm going to enjoy, and I don't plan, if I do read this, I'm not going to plan on reading this series anyway, so I'm just not very interested in this. The next one that I have is The Iron Widow. This, I was actually very intrigued because this is like quite a popular book, and then I saw a girl review the last book of the series, and she just said that it took a whole 180, like it was just shocking. It was so like anti-feminist, so anti this, like it was just shocking. So then I was like, if I'm going to read the first book, I'm going to want to continue the series. And if the series is not going to end up being good, then what's the point? Do you know what I mean? And I know that's one person's opinion, but she was like literally reading from the book, and I was like, yikes. So I am going to unhaul this one. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to say, but it is getting off my shelf. Next one that I have, it is Set on You by Amy Lee. I actually have read this one. I read it for one of my read it or unhaul it videos. Go check them out if you haven't already. And this one was just very mid. I honestly don't remember anything about it. I mean, it was okay. I'd probably give it like a 2.75 stars if I was really looking back at it. Like, it was fun for what it was, but I'm just not going to read it again. I'm not interested in keeping it. Someone else can enjoy a cute little romance. I have my thoughts and opinions on that book in my read or unhaul it video, so go check it out if you haven't already. The next ones that I have, guys, I'm sorry, my Hunger Games editions. I have other editions, so I don't like need these ones. This is Catching Fire and Mockingjay. They are very beautiful. I lost like the first one that I had, the first one in the series. I lost that one, so I don't know where that went, but I have got other editions of these books, so that's the ones that I want to keep. And as well, this one isn't even a completed series because I don't know where I put my Hunger Games book, so these ones are gonna go. I do love the Hunger Games, okay? Next one I have is Glint by Raven Kennedy. I actually have all of this series on my Kindle, so I don't feel the need to buy them, and if I do, I'm just gonna buy a box set instead of just buying them individually because it's so expensive. And yeah, I really am enjoying the series. I finished this one and I'm up to Gleam, which is the third one. This is the second, and I'm absolutely loving this series. This is the Plated Prisoner series. Well, they're on my Kindle, I can read them on there, so that's the only reason why I'm getting rid of this. I actually really enjoy this series. I just don't need it on my shelf where I only have one of the books and I'm reading them on my Kindle anyway. Okay, this next one I actually got from a publisher. This is The Prince and the Apocalypse by Cara McDowell. I received this from Pen Macmillan, and it looks really cute. It's like a high school senior year like London trip, and then she ends up meeting like the prince, the crown prince of Britain. Then it's like becomes like this sci-fi thing. Again, as you guys know, I don't really enjoy sci-fi. Sci-fi is just not really my kind of genre, so this is the only reason why I am getting rid of this one, because I know there's people out there who are gonna love this and it's just not for me. So it's not you, it's me, okay? The next one that I have, and this is by a fellow bookstagrammer. This is The Boy Who Steals Houses by C.G. Drews. This book, incredible. This book is so good, and it sheds such a beautiful light onto autism, and the author is actually on Instagram and everything. She's Australian, and this book was so beautiful. I've had it for so long though, and I just really want to give it to someone who needs to read this because it's so good. I feel like everyone needs to read this book. The cover, absolutely gorgeous. But this book is so cute. I absolutely loved it. I just don't have shelf on it. I just don't have space on my shelf for this one. I absolutely loved it, but I read it so long ago and I just want to donate it and hopefully someone else can read how good this book is. So that's the only reason I am unhauling this one, not because it was bad. I absolutely love this one. I just wanted to give someone else a chance to read this one. I know she also has a few other books that are out. I haven't actually explored those, but they're very good. Also, it is a YA. The next one that I have is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I used to be such an Adam Silvera girly, okay? Back in like when I was a bit younger. I loved History Is All You Left Me. That was my favorite one by him. But this is They Both Die at the End. I really enjoyed this book. I just know I am not ever going to read this one again. I used to like put my name in books and then write the year that I read them. And I read this in 2018. Wow, that's really cute. This is a really cute one. I don't think there needed to be a sequel. This kind of world, it was so genius. I think it could have been explored a little bit better. Super cute. I'm just not gonna read it again. Absolutely love this one though. So the next one that I have, okay, I'm actually probably just going to throw this one out. This is my copy of Milk and Honey. My dog got into it, as you can like literally see. But this is by Rupi Kaur. I'm also getting rid of The Sun and Her Flowers. I'm getting rid of these two. This one I'm just gonna throw out because that is like, that cannot go to anyone. But I'm getting rid of her books. I've read them, I tabbed them, I annotated them, of course. There was such a time and a place for this like kind of poetry, and I think it is still so beautiful to this day. Again, 2018 I read these. I have read better poetry now, and like I am more advanced in like opinions about poetry and like what I like. So I am going to be saying goodbye to Rupi Kaur. You served your purpose, girl. You did great, but it's time for you to move on. The next one that I have, I actually had this for it was some sort of English class. I think it might have been like literature through the ages. Anyways, this is Citizen, an American Lyric by Claudia Rankine. This is a beautiful book. It's kind of like a mesh of like styles and stuff. And this is very big on during the Black Lives Matter movement and everything. And it is a very beautiful book. Like seriously, like this is absolutely great. Like I fully annotated this one and everything. It has some beautiful like writings, like just like really great. Like, and it also has like art and stuff like that. It is a very cool book, and I really enjoyed reading this for class because we got to analyze it, and like it has, as you can see, all the names of the African American people who were killed by police enforcement, the people who they trusted to, you know, help them. This one was really beautiful. I would love, look like, girl, this is how many like awards this book has won. Like it's crazy. I would love for someone else to read this and get their hands on this. It's a very in-depth kind of book. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like a novel. It's more, again, I think the class was something about like different types of like literature and stuff. I'm unhauling this one because I'm probably not going to read it again, and I really do want other people to read this because it is very good. The next one that I'm getting rid of is Jasper Jones by Craig Silvey. This one, I have watched the movie. I'm sorry, I've watched the movie. I know what happens. I'm not going to pick this one up because I have watched that. So I am so sorry. Like it is an absolutely great story. Another thing, it actually talks a lot about, similarly to the last book we were talking about, talks about the Aboriginal experience in Australia and brutality against our Aboriginal people. So very good read. So definitely pick it up or watch the movie if you like. Very good. Oh, this is gonna heat some people up. I'm so sorry. I am actually going to be unhauling my Powerless series. I have read all of the books in this series. I enjoyed the series enough. I would say it's probably like a 3-star series, 3.5-star series for me in like total. I think it had a really great premise to begin with. I really loved Powerless. I think the more it went on, the less I really cared. The reason why I'm getting rid of these is because I am not going to read these again, and I just don't really have any interest in them. Like I've done it now. Like I was on the hype train. Like it was good. It was okay. It was, you know, whatever. I mean, I know some of like this is some people's favorites. It just wasn't my like kind of thing. Like I enjoyed them in the time. I just don't really think about them that often. So I am going to be getting rid of these books, and I am sorry to whoever I offended. Anyways, moving on so you guys don't kill me, I have now got House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. I read this for a TikTok challenge that I was doing where I would randomly generate a number and then read that off of my Goodreads physical TBR list. And I got this one. It was a really great read. I'd probably give it like a 3.5 stars. I don't really remember what happened, I'm not gonna lie, but it was very, very entertaining while I was in there. It's kind of like a mystery around these three sisters. Actually, I kind of do remember a little bit, but the plot twist was twisting, okay? This was really, really good. I just know I'm not gonna read it again. I don't need it on my shelf, you know what I mean? So this one is saying goodbye. The next one that I have is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I think I actually have previously also gotten rid of some of her other books that I've read, which is It Happened One Summer, Hook, Line and Sinker. I think I got rid of those two as well, like a while ago, like not now, but yeah, I think with Tessa Bailey, I'm very like up and down with her. Again, this is a Christmas novella, Window Shopping, and I've tried reading this for the past 2 Christmases or 3 Christmases, something like that, and I just can't get into it. It is just like, I don't know what it is about it. I'm just so uninterested, and I don't know if it's just like me not liking Christmas romances, but I have read other Christmas romance and they've been fine. I just didn't really gel with this one, and Tessa Bailey is a bit like up or down for me. So I have got more books on my TBR by her, just this one. I've tried and again, it did not work. Oh my god, speaking of Christmas books, I have Love Light Farms by BK Borison. I read this at the start of this year. I was supposed to read this around Christmas time and then I ended up finishing it in the new year, which just doesn't make sense. But anyways, I really like this. I thought it was cute, 3.5 stars, thought it was really adorable. But again, I'm not gonna read it again. So you know what I mean? And with the other books, I probably will just get them on like Kindle or something like that because I am interested in reading the rest of the series. I just don't need it on my shelf. I didn't love it like that much. Do you know what I mean? Okay, we are up to our last stack. We have The Shift by Tinks. This is a non-fiction. It says a guide to dating, self-worth, and becoming the main character of your life. Okay, apparently she's a lifestyle creator, 2 million followers, and host of It's Me Tinks podcast. She was named one of Forbes' top creators of 2022. I don't know who this person is, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't really tend to read non-fiction. Well, I think I've read 2 in my whole life. I've read Glad My Mom Died and I read the Britney Spears one. I'm just not gonna read this. I don't really tend to go for like non-fiction. I do really, really want to read The Let Them Theory because I know that's supposed to be quite good, but I just am not interested in this. The publisher actually sent this to me, and whilst I am so, so grateful to every publisher that sends me things and thankful to you guys who watching me allows me to do that, it's just something that I'm not going to read. So we're gonna pop that one away. Okay, the next one I have here, actually I might just do a big collection of this one for some of her other books as well. I will go into that. We have Olivia Blake. I'm getting rid of the Atlas 6, the Atlas Paradox, and I don't think I got sent the last one, but I got sent this one by the publisher. So I'm getting rid of the Atlas 6 series. I tried reading Atlas 6 like a few times. I try, guys. I'm actually telling you, I do try for these books. And it just did not gel with me. I could not get in with the writing style, but I have read One for My Enemy and I adored that book. Like that's a 5-star read for me. Just the others I couldn't gel with. So that's the Atlas 6 like series. I only have the one book here though. The next Olivia Blake book that I have is Alone With You in the Ether. If you guys saw my reading my 5-star predictions, this is in that video. I thought this was going to be my favorite book of all time. Like I thought this was going to top Call Me By Your Name, okay? It just didn't, okay? Like I was just so, like looking back, I'd probably give this like a 2.75, even like a 2.5. Like I wasn't super obsessed. Like it's definitely not my type of book. Like it's not my style of book, and I think that's just, I think it was very creative. It was very interesting to read about these characters. It was a very, very real character study, I'd like to say. But again, I just did not gel with this, and hence off my shelf. Thank you. I feel like I'm starting to get sick. Like, what is going on? The next book that I have is Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. This is the second book to The House in the Cerulean Sea, and that book is like a 5-star read for me. I absolutely love that book, but I read it so long ago. I read it like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and whilst I love that book, I just don't see a need for me to like delve into that world again when I already know that I love it so much. And like obviously this one follows Arthur, I think it was, but so this is like the special edition. So if you guys like want to like let me know if anyone wants this, you know what I mean? Like it's a really nice edition. I just know that I'm not going to read this and I'm probably not going to visit that world again. I bought this at like a Big W sale when it was like literally $9, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll get that. Like I love the first book, and I just know that I'm not going to read it. So you know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. Okay, next we have Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I actually just finished this series. I listened to the other 2 books on audio and I really enjoyed this series. I just know that I'm I don't have the other two that I bought, so I only had this one. And now that I've finished the series, I'm not going to go revisit it. So this one is done. I really, really enjoyed it though. 4-star series overall. Really, really good. There is a Christmas novella coming out in, I think it might be September, October, but I'm very excited for that. So this one is going, not because I don't like it, just because I've already read the series and I'm done with it. The next two books that I have, I'm sorry my Leigh Bardugo fans, but I'm getting rid of King of Scars and Rule of Wolves. These are Nikolai's books, so he is from Shadow and Bone series, and I loved him so much. And I finished that series and I read Six of Crows, and actually, wait, hold on. I may as well put this with this. I'm also going to be getting rid of Six of Crows. Okay, I know that's going to cause up some trouble. I'm so sorry. Okay, first of all, let's talk about these. So I read Shadow and Bone. I already unhauled that series because I read it. It was fine. 3-star overall series. Really love Nikolai, and I was like, yeah, let me get these books. Let me read Nikolai's books. It's been too long. I'm just not interested in the series anymore. Like, it's very YA. I haven't heard the best about this little duology about Nikolai, so I just don't see a need to keep going with it when I'm just not that interested and I could be spending time on books that I am interested. So that's that. Also with Six of Crows, I've read it. I annotated it as well. I'm just not going to revisit it. My copy is very, very loved, as you can see. Very loved. But I really, really, really love this duology. I'm not gonna read it again, and that's that. I've pretty much read the whole, what's it called, Grishaverse, except for King of Scars and Rule of Wolves, but I'm not going to revisit it, and that's that. Okay, here we go. This is one of my favorite series back in the day, and this is the Ace of Spades series. Nope, wrong way. No, oh my god. Okay, sorry, this is the Ace of Shades series. I think it's actually, oh, Shadow Game series. Okay, sorry. Anyways, these 3 books, I read the first 2, and I absolutely love them. So that was Ace of Shades. This is the Owl Crate edition, I think. I think it might be Owl Crate edition. And then I also read King of Fools. Absolutely loved it. And then I ended up buying Queen of Vaults, but I only bought it a year or 2 ago, and I had read these 4 years ago. So by the time I bought this, because I wanted it in hardback so that it could match these ones, by the time I bought it, I didn't remember anything about the series, and I kept kind of holding it off because I was just too scared because I'm not going to remember it. And then as more time went by, you're going to forget more and more. It just I'm not going to read these books. You know what I mean? They've had their time. I absolutely adored the first 2. I just don't remember enough to go on with the 3rd. But if you guys are looking for a fun, cute, YA fantasy, there's love interest and everything, this is a great, great series. I just am not going to read it. The next 2 books, I don't want anyone to be pissed because I will tell you what's happening with them. I have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. These are my paperback editions. These are my large paperback editions. I'm not getting rid of these. I am giving them to my friend because I actually have the hardback editions right here, because I just wanted the hardback because I absolutely adore this series. And I do have my paperbacks, and my best friend is also actually reading the series same time as me. So I wanted to give her these, and then she can get the Onyx Storm when the paperback comes out. And so it all matches up. So these ones I'm actually not really getting rid of. I'm just giving them to my friend. So that's those 2. Okay, and then we have technically 3 more, but I only have 2 books here. We have A Deadly Education, The Last Graduate, and then The Golden Enclaves, all by Naomi Novik. This is the Sholomance series. I read this in, please tell me, did I mark the book or anything? But I read this quite a while ago, probably in 2019 or something like that. But I did read this first one and I gave it 3 stars. I enjoyed it enough to want to pick up the second one, apparently. By the time I actually went to go read the second one, I was confused as hell. I didn't remember anything. Oh my god, did I annotate this? Girl, why? Why did I do that? I did 1 page. I don't even remember getting up to this. What the? I have a bookmark in here. What is going on? Okay, well, by the time I got up to this one, I didn't remember anything that had happened in this one. So again, and I had bought the second one and the third one at the same time. So again, it's one of those situations where I just don't remember anything, so I'm not going to keep it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to read it if I don't remember. And it's just better out there. I wasn't obsessed with this series, so why did I buy the next ones? Don't ask. I don't know. Holy crap. If you guys could see, let me try and scooch some of these over. So that is my humongous unhaul. That was about 50 books there, which is crazy, but good, because girl, you need to get things off of your shelf. You need to get through it because girl, there's no space. So anyways, I managed to get rid of all of these books. I'm going to give them to my free little libraries wherever I can fit them. I'll probably try and do like series in the little library, even check out if my local library needs any of these. Obviously for ones that are annotated I can't, so I would probably try and put the annotated ones also into the little libraries. I'm gonna see if any of you guys want these. Please let me know and I will pop them up on my Depop, which I can link below as well. That's where also if there's any of these that you guys think that I should read, please let me know and I will like stick them around a bit longer. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you for making it to the end. If you have made it to the end, put a little sunflower emoji down below and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.